Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. Brand new series. So excited to get into this series because it's something that I've struggled with many times, but I struggled with it recently, and I feel like I wanted to make a series about this because I feel like I'm not the only person that went through this. So, without any further ado, this name of the series for this 4 weeks is anxiety. Anxiety series. And the question slash thought I have for you this week is, have you ever experienced anxiety? Have you ever experienced anxiety? Now, there's a lot of talk about anxiety of being anxious in our lives in society. You see it on TV, you see it in movies, social media. But I feel like anxiety is different for each person, and it can be manifested in each person very differently. My definition, this is me. I don't want anybody coming at me with, oh, that's not anxiety. No, my definition of anxiety is fear and worrying becoming so much, and it starts to affect your day-to-day life. It starts to affect you to the point where you start to have fear and worrying about different tasks, as far as what you want to achieve, as far as your present day, as far as what happened in the past, and it starts to be so overwhelming that you can't function. You can't function to the best of your ability. Now, textbook definition of anxiety is fear and worrying that affects you in a day-to-day action, in your daily events or your daily life. That's what anxiety is. But I feel like anxiety can show itself to each person very differently. For me, it was me being anxious about goals that I want to achieve, me having a book that I wrote that I'm trying now to get a literary agent. If you're watching and you're a literary agent, please message me because it's not easy to get literary agents to talk about books, especially being a brand new author, and I know the struggle. So also with my marriage, making sure I'm a good husband, making sure I'm a good friend, good son, good brother, and things of that nature. Good co-worker, not as much as the co-worker, but good co-worker and things like that. But it was a lot because I'm constantly on the move, and I constantly have to go from A to B, always traveling and things of that nature. And it started to plague me recently that I'm started to worry about, am I doing this enough? Am I making sure this is getting done? Am I making sure that I'm talking to so and so, making sure I'm getting things accomplished? And it was so much to the point that it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me in my tracks, but it was getting there. It was getting there to the point where I feel like it was just too much. It was getting too much, and I did reach out to my wife for sure. I did talk to God. I'm a spiritual person. If you believe in God, that's up to you. Talk to friends and things of that nature, family, and I had to get help. And the thing about it is that me being a relationship coach, me being a person that got a master's in counseling, I felt like I had the tools. And the saying that we hear a lot, especially in our society, is that you should check on your strong friends. Well, I am the strong friend for a lot of people, but the thing about it is that what if your strong friends tell you that they're okay? How hard do you have to press them? How much do you have to ask? How many times do you have to keep asking that question over and over again? And for me, I always say I'm good, I'm always okay, and because of the fact that I have those tools available, I didn't really need to contact people when I did have those down times when I'm feeling sad and things of that nature, because I know the tools, I know the strategies, I know those coping skills. But what I had to learn is that as you go on in your life, your skills, your tools, your coping, you could have went to a therapist all your life. You could have had a coach. You could have had all these different stuff, and they may have teach you a strategy or teach you skills or tools to go forward in your life with, to help you with those situations. But I learned, and I had to realize, is that the tools and those coping skills were for that stage in your life. When you had that anxiety or had that panic attack, basically what a panic attack is that literally you feel like you're having a heart attack, your heart's beating out of your chest, and you feel like you can't breathe. But it's physically nothing wrong with you. It's mental that's causing you to act physically, have the reaction physically. Now, I didn't get that. but that could happen when you have anxiety. The thing about the tools that you have learned, or even if you're the person that never learned those tools, and you go to a coach or you go to a counselor to get those tools may be great for you at that stage of your life. At that moment, those tools were effective. At that moment, those tools were awesome. That's what happened to me. I know those tools. My tools is like once a week I have a self-care day, and most of the time it's on Saturday. I just do nothing. I stay at home, watch TV, relax, play music, whatever it is, just to decompress, to let things go. Also, I choose one thing out of the day to make sure I look forward to. Those are the two things that I use as tools. What I realized is that those were effective at that stage. I'm now moving to a new stage in my life. I have a lot of things going on now. I'm trying to get a book published. I'm getting promotions at work. I'm moving to a new house. We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary in being married, me and my wife. I'm now trying to do investments. I'm trying to excel in my coaching business, do more things in my coaching business, do more things in my daily life, focusing more on mental health and physical health with yoga and things like that. I'm doing a lot. Those coping skills, those tools were great then. I need to create new ones now. I need to go ahead and remaster them. I need to sharpen them. I need to expand and explore and learn more about how to better myself. And that's what I did. I started doing yoga every day. I started focusing more on stretching and being mindful and focus on meditation. I started doing more things on a daily practice to ensure the tools that I have, they're great, but now they're sharpened now. They're greater now. And that's what happened to me. So the anxiety that I felt was terrible. And I know if you're watching and listening now, you may have experienced anxiety your own way. It may have been something to do with fear from the past. It may have something to do with fear for the future, or worrying about certain things that you haven't seen manifest in your life yet. It happens. What I'm here to say is that there are ways for you to get help. And I'm going to go deeper into that. Things that you can help yourself with right now, and there are things that you can do with help from a coach, from a counselor, from a pastor, whoever it may be, wherever path you want to choose. There are ways for you to get help. I think the beautiful thing about it all is that you have to remember is that you can't give up. That's what my anxiety was telling me, that just give up. Just let them all go. Forget about the book. Forget about the coaching things that you want to do. Forget about all these things that you want to happen. Just focus on you and just go back to just focusing on little things like, oh, my job and things like that. No, that's not me. That's not my spirit. That's not who I am. And that's the first thing that you should realize when you know you're having anxiety, is that you feel out of body. You feel like this is not you. This is not your personality. This is not who you're meant to be. This is not your energy that you release. That's anxiety. That's anxiety. So if you're that person that have experienced anxiety, I'm here to help you. But if you are like me, who have felt anxiety recently, who is struggling with anxiety and has experienced anxiety, remember, you may have skills, you may have strategies that helped you in the past, but just like me, I learned that just because I have the techniques to help me get over those humps doesn't mean I don't have the power to sharpen them. I have to sharpen those skills, refine them, and make them better, because as you move on into different stages of your life, the anxiety is going to change with it. Anxiety might pop up one day, disappear another day, but you have to know how to overcome it when it comes. That is why you have to first talk to somebody, maybe a counselor, coach, or whoever it may be. Then you have to use those skills that you have learned. Or if you haven't learned those skills, have the work out process to learn those skills. Work the process out. Make sure you know exactly what you need to do to better yourself, and then learn from it. I'm here to help you if you need someone to talk to as well, because anxiety is not easy. It's not something that you could just shake off or pretend like it doesn't exist, because it's heavy at times. So make it real simple. Have you experienced anxiety? If you experienced anxiety like I felt anxiety, and with the worrying, with the pain, with the fear, remember, you may have skills to overcome it. You may have strategies to overcome it. But just remember that you can always sharpen those skills. You can always refine those skills. You can always make them better by talking to somebody, by making sure that you're able to get help when you need help. Don't keep it inside. Don't act like you just shake it off and pretend like it doesn't exist. I'm telling you, it's going to start boiling over to the point it starts affecting you on a day-to-day basis. Stop it before it gets there so that you know how to maintain that anxiety, let it go, and continue moving on with your life. I'm here to help. So, if you're struggling right now with anxiety like I did, go ahead and message me, www.yourcolabcoach.com, fill out the relationship checklist, sign up for that free 15-minute coaching session. I'm here to help. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. Follow me on Facebook, Colab Coaching, Instagram, Colab Coaching. All my videos and series are on YouTube, Colab Coaching. Like and subscribe so you miss out on this series. I'm going to go deep, deep, deep into anxiety. And I have a podcast with Heart and Soul Podcast with my wonderful friend Jackie. She's the co-host. Follow us on With Heart and Soul Podcast on Instagram, YouTube. Like and subscribe there. And you can find us at any podcast station. If you can't find us, let us know so we can add it on there. We're also on SoundCloud. With that being said, talk to somebody if you're struggling with anxiety at this moment. It will make you feel way better. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.